Kicking it off, it's Jeff.
And Dirk drops.
That's spooky.
That's even more
It is
spookier.
fucking spooky. He disappeared right when we almost got spooky. Hold on. Go check out the Horror Philosophy and Culture podcast, Scary Thoughts. Co-hosts Mark Kate and Chad Lott cover classic and auteur horror films, going deep while keeping the conversation light. You'll laugh, you'll learn, you'll spend more time than you ever imagined listening to two nerds talk about obscure ideas in weird films. To listen, go over to iTunes, Stitcher, or YouTube, or wherever you like to receive your dark sermons from the cursed minds of the damned. All right, so have a very special announcement this week. Our first of our two contests has been completed. Thor tickets to for the premiere, what do you call it? A pre-screening. So we're going to be hanging out with the press. Mark Higley.
Nice. Congrats, Mark.
Congratulations.
Hey.
Yeah, it's Mark.
Enjoy Thor. I'll get you the details soon. So, and next week we'll be giving away that PlayStation money. So everybody,
Are you gonna be sitting with him?
Grab some money. I'm sure he'll be in our area. I don't know. It's Will Call.
And you get to meet Nate, which is even bigger.
Hey, on this week's show, we cover Robert Downey Jr. confirms he'll be in Avengers 4. The Walking Dead, awesome callbacks to episode 1 from episode 100. Microsoft killing the Kinect. Mangold working on an X-23 script. And the October 27th payload of games, including Odyssey, Origins, Wolfenstein. Last but not least, we're covering the CBBC. The Realm number 2. Check it out if you haven't checked it out, and let's get in it.
Dirk.
Welcome.
I was waiting for Vincent Price to walk in.
Yeah.
Special Halloween edition, Comically Gaming, episode 76. How we all doing?
Oh,
Good.
a little scared with all these red faces.
So we're going to kick this one off. Instead of doing our usual discussion about how the week was, we are all going to discuss 3 of our favorite spooky or scary or nasty things. So, kicking it off, it's Jeff.
All right, I think for movies, I like the Saw movies.
Saw?
The
Saw.
whole
Okay.
Saw, just
All right.
the whole thing, just
You like
just
that gore?
because. I do. I like the psychotic gore of it.
If I'm
And,
honest, I've only seen the first one. I did enjoy it. I thought it was actually surprisingly less gory than I thought it would be. You know, when it
Oh, really?
when it came time for the shit to really go down there at the end, the camera panned away from it. You know what I mean? It didn't really get as nasty as I was expecting them to.
Well, it's more of the thought that it put into your head because you can still visually see what's going on. I think for a video game, I still like the original Resident Evil because when that came out, just that opening scene of that zombie turning and looking at you, it made me buy a PlayStation.
Yep, getting chased by the dogs into
The fucking dog scared the
mansion.
shit out of me, dude.
Yeah.
The first time that damn thing jumped through the window, and in that, because there's one scene you enter a billiard room, and I thought it was a ceiling fan, and it's a spider that's
Nice.
rotating on the ceiling, and it jumped. I hate spiders, and then probably a fear is Jason. That's a fear. The Friday the 13th made me not go camping for like 4 years.
Did you have a favorite one or one that scared you the most out of the series?
Probably, was it 4? It was 4 when when they bring him back to life with the lightning rod, where they dig his body up and he just goes crazy and stabbing him with that pitchfork, and then a lightning.
That's the one with
hits
Corey
it.
Feldman.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, the first one's pretty good, even though it's his mom.
Yeah, the first
That was
four
pretty.
are all classics.
Yeah. So I think that rounds it up for 3. Yeah.
Nice. I had a friend who, in like 3rd and 4th grade, we would have slumber parties at his house, and his mom would just let us go crazy with movies. Like, my parents were not letting me watch stuff like that in 3rd grade,
No.
and his parents did not give a shit, and we watched all that stuff in his attic. It's funny. All right. So,
Nice.
I got my first pick is Until Dawn. Super duper great. I can't say enough about how great it is. It's if you
pretty
like,
gory game.
yeah, you talk about being a fan of Friday the
I get it.
13th, and and just all it's an homage to those movies, and a little tough at points, but all in all, blew away my expectations for sure with that one. Can't recommend that one enough. Second one I got is Luigi's Haunted Mansion. And in particular, Dark Moon for the 3DS. I gotta tell you, it is my favorite 3DS game. I just love the gameplay of it. It's so unique, using the kind of Ghostbuster vacuum. It just feels different than every other action game, and I just love the kind of Disney's Haunted Mansion approach to spookiness. You know what I mean? Nothing's really scary, but they still make it seem eerie and weird or whatnot. Like, totally a big fan of that stuff. And then I went with, for the movie, my favorite horror movie of all time. I don't think anything comes close. I could talk. I watch a lot of horror flicks, so I could talk a lot about my favorites of different types of horror movies and whatnot. But just the flat out. And maybe my favorite movie of all time, or top 3 for sure, is The Shining. Like,
nice.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just classic.
It is. Classic Nicholson.
Yeah.
Everybody has their favorite scene. What freaks them out the most in that movie too? Mine might not be the most obvious choice, but when he's in the dog suit or the bear suit or whatever.
Yeah.
Giving that dude the blowjob. Yeah.
Right. That's funny.
Scary as shit.
That's funny. My favorite scene for sure in that whole movie is when he's having the conversation with the butler in the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the way that he's
wanna watch
acting
it,
right there is like 100% convincing. Like, I feel like if you're an insane person, that's what's going on in your head, is stuff like that. You know what I mean? People try and do that all the time, and it's people don't get it right, and they nailed it. So yeah, Shining. Corey, what you got?
Corey looks like he's smoking like 200s, not 100. That's the longest cigarette I've ever seen.
100, Newport 100.
Jesus.
Spooky things. Number 1, or I guess I don't really have numbers. For video games, I don't know. I would probably say Until Dawn as well. I want to say The Last of Us, because those clickers and stuff are scary. But it's not like a true, obviously I would say The Last of Us. But as far as like a straight up horror game,
you're
Until
suggesting
Dawn
stuff for people around the holiday season, right?
Right.
Last of Us would be the first thing to come to mind.
Yeah, Last of Us all day, but I was torn between Last of Us and Until Dawn. And then I've Zombies, The Walking Dead.
Oh, sure.
The comic.
Oh, yeah. Sure, yeah.
Right.
My
favorite ever. Sure.
You kind of forget about it being spooky and whatnot, but it's all about zombies. So, obviously, The Walking Dead. The show is decent, but the book's one of the best. So, continues to be great. And then Stranger Things.
Nice.
I'm on the last episode of season 2.
Crushing it. I'm 3 in.
I just finished episode 8.
Nice.
I was wiping my tears before I started this.
Nice. Yeah, I can. We're going to talk full spoilers on Stranger Things 2 weeks from now. So we'll give everybody time to wrap it up.
Yep.
Yeah. That's it.
Cool. All right, Dirk,
Sweet.
what you got?
I'm gonna start off with my first pick being a game. Dead Space is.
Oh yeah.
Dead Space scared the shit out of me when I was playing it. That's probably my favorite horror game, but I haven't played Until Dawn yet, so
Oh,
try
dude.
that one next. In
Might
terms
change
of
your mind.
movies, I think one of my favorite films, but definitely my favorite horror film also, is the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Because it growing up where I grew up in a very rural setting, and that shit is accurate as hell. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, there are people like that exist if you go deep into the countryside in Louisiana. Absolutely. So it absolutely terrified me for that reason. And then
Yeah, I'm just sorry to interrupt, but that's one of the definitely the classic movies of all time as well.
man,
The dinner scene is like that's
they're laughing
there's
and
nothing
banging on the
since,
table.
yeah, that I've seen
Like-
that's as good for that kind of crazy.
The scene in the van where he takes a photo of him and then takes that foil out and starts burning it, and oh god, it's just so weird. I think second place in terms of films is I think this one's highly underrated, but if you haven't seen it, The Exorcist 3 with
Really?
George C. Scott.
Really?
Yeah, if you have a fear of old people or nursing homes, do not watch that film. Basically, instead of
Cool people.
the devil like possessing one person like he did in the first one, he possesses this entire nursing home, really, of older people, and it's really, really terrifying. And then in terms of a protagonist, another one that's underrated, but I had fucking nightmares after watching was Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me.
Sure.
Bob, yeah, with the strobe light and him creeping into Laura's bedroom. Dude.
Yeah.
That shit creeped me out.
Absolutely.
That's my picks.
All right,
Sure.
cool.
I
So
love
yeah,
horror.
Sweet.
all you out there looking for cool stuff in this spooky season.
Spooky.
Oh, dude.
All right, here we go. News of the week. Okay, starting with number 5. Robert Downey Jr. confirms he'll be in Avengers 4 in a tweeted photo.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Nice.
Saw that. I think there was some debate or some conjecture about if he was going to be in it or if he was going to die and pass the mantle. But he is going to be in it to some extent. So,
Avengers 4, we're talking about
the unnamed one, the one after
Infinity War Part 2.
Infinity War Part
Yeah.
2? Is that what you're talking
Yeah, it
about?
doesn't have a title though. They took that title away.
They did?
Yeah, it's just Avengers 4 right now.
Okay, I didn't know there was a change at that. I guess I didn't realize this was news. I thought he was going to be in that all along. I thought that was the final one that his contract went over.
Well, I think they mentioned that the first or Infinity War. I don't know if that one or Avengers 4 closes the book on that phase.
Mhm.
So I think people didn't know if he was going to be in that second one or not.
Huh, okay.
But even if it's for a little while, he'll be there.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Maybe his final hurrah.
It's
Yeah.
the one problem is like I feel like they need a different actor at some point, but the other point is like I don't know. I'll be kind of sad if Iron Man's not in movies for a few years or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they somehow relaunch
Right.
later. He's definitely, ever since I was a kid, he's one of my favorites for sure. So
It's
Yeah.
kind of hard to replace him because he's been Iron Man for so long now that
Yeah.
he
Right.
basically built the persona on film. It's going to be hard to replace him.
It is.
Yeah, he is Iron Man.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's
Yeah.
gotten Tony Stark, fleshed out to a T, and
I mean, the Tony Stark in the books is basically him now.
Yeah.
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 Really. So, yeah, sweet. Number 4, the Walking Dead 100th episode season premiere. Me and Nate, did either of you guys watch it?
No spoilers.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers.
You can't even talk about characters.
We'll do a spoiler show
We don't
at
have to
the
talk
end of
about
the
characters.
season. We'll do that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We won't spoil anything. Just wanted to say, first of all, is good, right?
Okay.
Like that
Yeah.
episode 100 was good. I feel like I was skeptical and didn't like
Yeah.
last season very much or whatnot. It had gotten boring, and in this episode, when it was over, looked over at the wife and said, "Well, that wasn't that bad." And she's like, "Yeah, I liked it." Like it's been a long time
Yeah.
since we had that reaction to The Walking Dead. So
Did it get low ratings?
It did actually. It was the lowest viewed opening one since like season 3 or something like that.
Wow.
So yeah, people are sick of The Walking Dead, but
Yeah.
I
They're
was
sick
I
of
was
them
happy with
killing
this
off the
episode.
good fucking characters. What they're sick of.
Yeah. So yeah, without spoilers, Corey, you read the article I sent you, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like I suggest
Didn't
anybody,
notice a single one of those things.
Yeah, I didn't either. So talk. There's IGN made an article that kind of showed Easter eggs for the 100th episode. So even after you guys see it, go back and watch this video. It's really cool. Just again, nothing about the story, but they do a sequence of scenes that matches up against scenes from episode 1.
Oh,
In a
really?
really awesome way. Yeah,
Oh,
and I didn't
yeah.
notice
Like
it
Tom
when I
Hanks.
first
That is
watched
awesome.
it through, but when somebody pointed it out, it's really cool all the stuff that they do.
I like them
Yeah,
all.
maybe watch the first episode first, because
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude, the
100,
first
I don't
episode
remember
is so
100
good.
episodes ago.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, number 3, RIP Microsoft Kinect.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody else have a Kinect ever?
I do.
I have-
No. I was
I have-
tempted at the time.
I have one for my 360, and then I have one for the Xbox One because it comes with it.
Okay. All right.
And
gotcha.
I played like the Pod Racer and the Star Wars Kinect game, and I thought by holding an
You didn't
object.
dance?
the
in my hand?
Leia dancing.
No, I didn't do the Leia dancing. I thought in the lightsaber battles, if I held something in my hand,
Yeah.
it would give me a better feel, and it just screwed up the camera because it couldn't handle
Sure.
the extra
Great
objects.
idea, you know?
So
It's a great idea, but it needed 2 cameras. Like the PlayStation for the VR has 2 cameras,
right.
and it helps track better. I mean, some of the stuff I played with the new Tomb Raider on Xbox One, when they released Tomb Raider for it, they incorporated some cool stuff. The same with Alien Isolation. They incorporated a lot of cool stuff, but it was not the cornerstone or the showcase for the game. So it was
Right.
just a little enhancement.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got to say, in general, I spent, when the Kinect came out, I went all in. I spent like $350 on the Kinect and a bunch of games, and it sucked. It sucks bad. It didn't work, right? Like the idea is good, but it didn't work.
Yeah,
and,
it didn't work.
And it sucks. To me, it's like when you walk into a bathroom and everything's automated and none of it works. It's like you're putting your hands
Yeah.
under the thing and then trying to get soap and
point.
nothing is working right. Like it's the stupidest shit ever. If it worked, I'd be totally down. If I just could walk up there and wash my hands and walk away, then I'm happy. And yeah, same thing. That's my analogy to the Kinect.
Yeah.
I was pissed off by it.
I
Yeah,
had
it's,
good times with it in the beginning. I mean, my friends loved the dance game, and it worked good enough for everybody to come over and party and dance. I mean,
Yeah.
it got chicks up and dancing in my living room, but
I think the Nintendo
But,
pad was better than the Kinect.
but yeah, after about 3 parties, I was sick of dancing, and
Right.
I think I sold it shortly later.
Right.
Yeah, that was my.
Not at Ready Player One level yet.
Nope, not yet.
Oh,
Oh. Well, yeah, it's dead. Number
Yeah.
2, Manigold, the Logan producer or director or
Writer.
whatever, writer, is working on a standalone X-23 script.
Big.
So it's not official or anything. It's not. I mean, he is officially working on one, but it hasn't been, accepted by Fox or anything. But he's working on it, which is
Which
sweet.
so they'd be insane not to make that into a movie, right? It's like it's a matter of
Totally.
time if that guy's writing it, you know. So
Yeah.
great news. Logan was one of the best movies that Fox ever made, you know, around
Right.
comics
Yeah.
anyway. So I'd
If
love
it's
to
in
see
that
what
tone.
they do. Yeah, with
Yeah,
her.
if it's
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
great.
as long as
they
If
keep the
it's
same
the
actress.
Same actress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That'd be
yeah,
nice.
dude, yeah.
Or have like
She
an
did really
adult
good.
version.
she did really good.
She was awesome.
Depends
It'd
on
be
how they want to
interesting-
advance the timeline.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to see that same actress with a few years on, like, playing that role would be excellent.
Yep. Once she has confidence and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah.
How old is she? Like,
She's probably
been
10
like 8 or
Yeah, she looks
8 or
like she's
10.
10.
10.
Yep.
Yeah, she was like 15 or 16. Like, she could start being more,
Badass.
a little less kiddish or something.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah, but
because
the
Laura's
savage
young
aspect
in
is worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool. All
for sure. But,
right, man, go
Yeah.
get it done.
Yeah,
Do it.
Up.
Now.
for sure.
And the number one
Number one.
is multiple.
Let's
we
game.
just wanted to talk about big games that came out last
It
week.
was a
We got
huge week.
Same day, it's
Big-
all October
yeah.
27th.
we had Mario topping it all. Best game of the year probably. Everybody wants it. I got it.
Where's Jeff? Where's Jeff?
They got what is it, 97 on Metacritic?
97.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
tough to get 97.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Origins came out, got 83, and Wolfenstein sitting at 89. So all really good scores. Great
I
week
agree.
for games.
I agree more with Metacritic's score of Assassin's Creed than IGN's.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
That's where
after
you put
playing it, after playing it for a little bit, it is Assassin's Creed, but it's different. I guess, because it's an Origins game, but I don't know. It's I don't know. They've got that stupid fucking bird
Seem to
from the
love
movie.
the camel.
I do love the camel. The camel is awesome. The camel
Get him
is
going.
great. I love the camel because he just comes up and you just jump on him and he's just loping along and you can just ride off into the desert and he's cool.
Posted
But
like 18 of those camels so far.
they got that fucking bird from the movie and you can use it to spy on shit. So like in normal Assassin's Creed, you can go to the Eagle Sense
Yeah.
and you can see like the hostiles in red and map them out. In this, you get the eagle and you can fly the bird. It's a falcon. You can fly him around and he'll like target stuff for you in buildings. I'm like, how the fuck can the bird see through the damn building? And it's stupid as shit.
And get you that information.
And you can't attack with the stupid. At least let me attack somebody with the falcon.
Right.
And if you stand long enough, he just lands on your arm. You can just look at it. Stupid fucking bird from the movie.
Right.
Corey, what you got to say
I
about
like
Mario?
birds. It's pretty cool so far. I don't know. I'm stuck on Zelda. I've played about 15 minutes of Mario. I've been trying to bust out Zelda. I'm trying to. I'm in Hyrule Castle. I'm
Oh, wow.
making my way there, and I was gonna try and beat Ganon today. But then I got sucked into Stranger Things, and that's like all I did today besides read The Realm and play everybody's golf, beat Dirk again. But,
Oh, I'm so disappointed, man. So disappointed.
but I really can't say much. It looks good. It plays really good. It feels good. The cap's cool. But honestly, I played like 15-20 minutes. I don't want to get sucked into that. 90% through Zelda. I want to beat Zelda first, so I'm planning on getting Zelda beat within the next few days here, and then I'll really dig into Mario. So.
Nice. So we anxiously await your report.
Speak for
next
yourself.
week.
Yeah. Zach, I don't know if you saw Nate Zach's post, but he said that Odyssey was gorgeous. That was his
Yeah.
word for
Yeah.
it. which
Cool.
I've never
It's
heard.
gorgeous, but it's Mario graphic. Like, it does
Yeah,
look really good, but it just looks like really good graphics of Mario.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Nintendo's got
yeah.
that nailed, right? I mean, they make like
Yeah.
I think Breath of the Wild is like an 8 gig download. You know what I mean? Every other game I
15.
download is 50 or something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild's 15
Well, still
on the
15.
Switch.
Like that's
That's
a
still not-
quarter of the
Mario's
size.
like 6.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean. They've got the art of like cramming all that stuff in and using a visual style that works. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
I
cool.
like Zelda's graphics.
I do too.
I mean,
Yeah.
They're great.
They're good. It just doesn't. I wish it looked a little more like HD or something. I don't know.
I don't. I think it fits Zelda. You can do
does.
whatever you want with Mario, but Zelda's better than Mario.
Do what you want with
Well,
Mario.
look at Mario Kart or Mario Odyssey. It just looks crisper. Like Zelda, it just like the, you can almost see the pixels on the edge of things and stuff. Like it's not quite as crisp as the other games.
Yeah,
So,
but what you lose with that, you gain with like draw distance and stuff. You
well,
know what I mean?
totally.
Like,
Yeah, there's no load
cool.
times at all. I mean, you can run across the whole map. And
Yeah.
I
So-
get why they do it.
Zelda's bigger than
Wolfenstein. Nobody got Wolfenstein, huh?
I
Not
couldn't-
yet.
Yeah, I gotta say, like to me, like that's like just on the outside of the games that I am gonna have time to play this year. I loved Wolfenstein 1. That was so good. That they did the things that they did with that game were awesome, and so this being a direct sequel to it, definitely wish
Yeah.
I had time.
Yeah,
I gotta start
haven't
beating
beat the
some
first
games.
one. So.
I do
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
I gotta start
I've-
beating some
I
before I buy
focus.
anything else.
I have
Yeah.
43.
Yeah, you're playing
games
about
on
5 games
PlayStation.
right now, aren't you, Derek? You got
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
I started Last
Persona,
Guardian.
Last of
Yeah.
Us, Last Guardian. Like, you're starting
Yeah.
way too many games.
Yeah.
Finish them.
I know. It's the
I'm in the
problem.
same boat, man. I have to finish Until Dawn, Final Fantasy,
I just got Hotline Miami.
Uncharted.
Why are you buying all these new games?
because Nate's a crack
it's time
dealer.
to go.
He is.
Yeah, it's racing time.
So
We're
true.
doing it tonight after the show.
Absolutely.
All right, that's been
Yeah.
the news of the week.
This is-
It's that time of the week where we give the love back.
You-
Lots of new subscribers. What are we up to? 774, I think.
Nice.
I think that was the last time I looked at it. So thank you, everybody who subscribed to us this week. Some of you all also have YouTube channels. This is just a spot where we take a little bit of time, watch their stuff, and if it's along the lines of what we do, we encourage everybody to go check out their channels, hit the subscribe button, hook up the people that are hooking us up. So everybody's links will be down in the description of the video on YouTube. So
Yay.
I'm gonna start Rewind Games.
Yeah, I got Smokied.
Ah,
What if
God.
Smokey appreciates that? We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. I got Taymation Studios.
And I got toasted.
Nice.
Smoky and toasted.
Smoky
Nice.
toasted. Yeah.
So we always, just for fun, pick our name of the week out of everybody that joined this week.
it's
so,
smoky.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Smoky.
Sure.
Smoky? I think
It's more fun.
I think Corey's presentation won us over.
I think so.
All right, Smoky, name of the week. Congratulations.
Good thing that translates over into like podcast too, Corey.
Absolutely.
It's like Keystone Cops falling down on a radio.
So, also, everybody, please check out our stuff. Go to our website, gamescomicsandculture.wordpress.com.
Yeah, we're on Twitter at GCandC.
Support us at patreon.com/GCandC.
And as always, thank you to Fred Thomas for our opening music and Xee Reiter for our logo
Yep, totally.
because she rocks. And
So-
check out her Instagram.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. So we're going to go into our spoiler section. We're back to the comic book club. This week, The Realm, number
Yeah.
2, probably number 1 and 2. So if you're not sticking around for the Realm discussion because you need to catch up and read it yourself, I'll give you some spoilers. It's really cool. Check it
Yep.
out. Definitely one of my favorite things I'm reading right now. The next comic book club is going to be for Star Wars number 38. It's actually going to be I think 4 weeks from now. I think
4
we've
weeks?
got next week is
Because
Thor.
Thanksgiving.
The week
Yeah.
after that, Stranger Things, and then the week after that's Justice League.
Oh,
So
Wow.
it's going to be 4 weeks before we get back to the comic book club. But when we
Oh,
do
yeah,
so,
enough
we'll be
time.
going with Star Wars number 38. So read
Yep.
up on that
Cool.
before episode 80, right?
Also, read Maestros #1 by Image. I gotta throw that out there. This week I read it. Came out last week, I
Nice.
think, or maybe the week before.
Okay.
Really fucking good. The art is awesome in it. It's almost like super jail, like super detailed and trippy, and it's
Nice.
really crazy book. You guys all need to read it. I'll pick it up.
I got it.
I'm convinced.
Extra.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've been like 100%. You're batting at 100 right now, Corey. So yeah.
That's 1,000.
Because the realm is pimped.
Batting 1,000. So yeah. So if you're taking off, thanks so much for watching. This has been Comically Gaming, episode 76. We love y'all. We're starting the comic book club, which is a full spoilers discussion. 3, 2, 1. Corey,
Nice.
Corey, you're the one that suggested this one. What do you got to say? You kick it off.
All right, the realm.
The realm.
So yeah, full spoilers. Obviously, you're reading it if you're watching. But yeah, post-apocalyptic, high fantasy. It's pretty sweet so far. Liking everything about it. What happened in this issue?
This one, they start out on the road.
Yeah.
He's going to escort those folks
Molly.
to like Molly and company to Missouri, is it? Or Kansas City?
Was the non-talkative lady in the cool-looking suit, was she in the first issue?
She was hiding
like a
up
Destiny
in the
character.
ceiling.
Yeah.
Remember, like after he
Okay.
interviewed them, he was like, "You can come down now," and she just kind of popped down.
Right.
And
Gotcha.
she was in like one page.
Rook.
But
Yeah.
I think she seems really cool.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
Reminds me of
A little
Destiny.
bit of Destiny and
A little bit of
Bounty
Dungeons and
Hunter.
Dragons.
A little bit of Bounty Hunter in there too. It reminded me of a Vertigo book in a way.
Sure.
Like the classic era of Vertigo back in the late 90s, like mid-late 90s. I loved it.
Yeah.
That was good.
That's
I
awesome.
really enjoyed it. I like how they do a post-apocalypse kind of world, but then they throw in pop culture callbacks. Because at the end of at the end of number 2, when I thought they were just being cheesy when he's like, "Come with me, you want to live," and then he's like, "No, seriously, I've always wanted to say it, but you need to come with me right now."
Or you're all gonna die.
So I really liked it. It reminded me of the old school cartoon for Dungeons and Dragons too, in a way. Very D&D.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. You got the goblins eating humans, and you
Yeah.
got the blood sacrifice guy going on. He's got his thing going on. You got these people on their journey through the modern world, and except fantasy. And it's really sweet.
Yeah.
So,
That,
what
what you just said there to me, like I feel like it would be real easy when you say post-apocalyptic high fantasy. It'd be real easy to fuck that up, right?
Yeah.
Like there's so many ways that you could do that would be totally cheesy and dumb, and in this one so far is not that. You know what I mean? It's cool. It seems like it's, I don't know, it just has kind of a genuine feel to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So kudos to the artist. You know what I mean, for making that happen. You know,
It was awesome.
Yeah, it's got that D&D aspect, like I think Jeff was just saying. It because of that party. It's got that party feel to it.
Right.
Everybody has sort of their own identity.
Yeah.
One's like a ranger. One's like a bard, kind of maybe a cleric. I don't know. A wise old man.
Want the gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing is they call back to like, oh, is he getting you to join the NRA when he offers him the gun?
Right.
The scientists were like the mages. You know?
Yeah.
Just get them in the back.
Yeah, and it's got some humor to it.
Yeah.
Sheik's like the rogues like the Rook's like the rogue or something.
Kind of rogue ranger,
Yeah. It's awesome. But
as long as she
really
doesn't
good
whine
stuff.
for healing, I'm fine.
Shout out to Pete.
Totally.
But yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
the realm.
I'm definitely going to be on board now. So
I like the subtle humor with it too. When
I'm up to like 8 image books, I think now.
when Molly was talking to that old guy that they mentioned, like, should we tell them what they're doing? And then
Right.
something about, well, you really scienced the shit out of them last time.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, interesting. That's I think the most intriguing part of the story so far really hasn't kicked off. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
This is just the whatever the opening
Get
scene.
the party together.
Yeah, but who knows what those guys are hiding? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the mission really about, sort of thing. So yeah, we'll see.
I was in after issue 1. I was like,
Yeah, I was
totally
too.
want to check this out.
Yeah, and issue 1, him taking the girl and to
And
the
she
king
kills
or
the
whatever,
king.
and then her killing him. Yeah, and he was down with it. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, but yeah, great book so
Sweet.
far.
Totally. For sure.
For sure.
For sure. For sure.
All right. If you stuck it out, thanks so much. This has been Comically Gaming 76. Happy Halloween, everybody. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. So, no, I'll do it at the end. I'll start it over. I'll edit this out of the end of it. So,
Yeah.
everybody else, click it back. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Later. All right, so let's get on with the news.
All right. Can I figured we're gonna need to pause it here.
Oh, wait, he doesn't even have headphones on yet. On with the news.
Oh, I ain't ready.
It almost like shifts into like the Blair Witch Project.
Right?
Like,
If they had kept the plot and the overall stuff of the Blair Witch Project more secret for longer, that movie was it was really good actually.
Yeah.
If you didn't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that they just hinted at stuff instead of giving you the obvious.
Yeah.
It was just impressions. That to me is some of the most terrifying stuff is when it's not as obvious, when it's just hints.
It was more of like Spielberg and Jaws or with Alien.
Yeah.
Where you didn't always see the full thing, but you had the impression it was there.
Speaking of, Poltergeist is another scary one. The original.
Really? No, I didn't find it that scary.
The clown scene with the...
It scared the hell out of me when I was little, but when I grew up, watching it now, it's not...
It's really cheap.
Not a classic.
The doll thing is pretty frightening. I don't like dolls much.
Yeah.
all right.
There was one of the guys I work with was in a crawl space and working on some stuff in a crawl space, and he turned around and there were 4 porcelain face dolls sitting in the crawl space looking at him there.
Oh,
man.
He went up and asked the owner, he's like, you know about those dolls down there? And she's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. They must be there for somebody else. Like,
whoa.
Yeah, my Aunt Grace used to collect. She had a whole room of them.
Yeah, they're nasty. Awful. All right, you ready, Corey?
Yeah.